Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be playing the new draft set, which is Inistrad. I've currently played 2 drafts, I think, of Inistrad. Both times I've played green red and green white, I think, and I've really enjoyed the set so far, so I thought, you know what, let's play that today. I have been trying to do a video every single day, so plenty of content I've been releasing recently, so if you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. But let's see how this draft goes. I'm pretty new to the set, so like I said, I've drafted twice, but I didn't really do much research into the set beforehand. So far I think I'm 14-1, so I've not got a bad record, but I just don't know a lot of the cards, so yeah. So a 2-mana Glimpse of Nature with Flashback. I'm not sure how good that is. An 0-4, and the other side is a Flying Vigilance 4-4. Okay, that's not bad actually. Oh, this is pretty good as well. A removal spell is pretty solid. I think it's probably between the removal spell and one of these 3. I kind of want to play this. I don't know if it's any good or not. Like a 3-mana 3/3 with Ward 1 looks really good, but I kind of just want to try out the rares. You know, in limited you don't tend to get that many chances to test out all the rares. So I like the idea of taking advantage of it when you can. I absolutely love this card. I don't think it's very good, but I love the idea of just playing an aggro deck with like tons of these. I think that'd be really fun. When it's battlefield, destroy target creature you don't control that was dealt damage this turn. And then it's got Disturb, which makes a 2/2 flying Death Toucher. That seems really solid. But it is in black, and I kind of want to test out this, so we're going to just go with the green, just the white card, I think, here. Yeah, I don't really want to be spending 2 mana to draw or replace a card, should I say. I think this card is fine. It helps protect your creatures. It has some, I guess, some synergy with Rite of Harmony as well. Oh, that card is fine. And foul play as well, so being able to investigate is really good off that, because it's not like you give it to your opponent, it's you that gets to do that, which is pretty solid. Oh, I absolutely love the Captain. A Mana Dork. Wow, the black looks really solid, but as I said, I want to just try out the Harmony. We'll go with the Captain here. I really like the Captain, being able to replace itself, especially if you can play it for cheap. So we've got another one of the 1-drops. I really do like that card. I don't think it's great, but I enjoy it. Oh, sweet. Duel for Dominance is fantastic. So it's just a 2-mana fight spell, essentially, as long as you can get Coven, sorry. It's pretty solid. More than happy to play that card. As I said, if I was like trying to play competitively, I would not have taken the rare, I don't think, and I would have probably been in black, but I want to test this out. It's a very, very slow Glimpse of Nature, but it does have Flashback, and it also works off enchantments. Probably not too relevant, but yeah. Blessed Defiance. Target creature gets +2/+0 and lifelink until end of turn. When that creature dies, create a 1/1 spirit token with flying. That does work with Rite of Harmony, to be fair. Not really excited by anything in this pack. We could get the Fixing if we end up in a different colour. I just don't want to be paying 3 mana to do that. I think I'd rather one of these 2. Sure, we'll go with 2/3. That gets us the land. Oh, a 5 and a 5/5 is just fine. It's not amazing, but I mean a 5/5 trample is more than acceptable. Okay, that card doesn't seem great. Not in limited, at least. Maybe it's okay if you've got a bunch of load of cheap removal. Just being able to duplicate your removal and then do it again with your flashback. That might be okay, but not what we're doing. Well, I guess it does work with dominance, but then you're what, teamer? So no, not gonna happen. We'll take the 5/5. 2 mana 2/2 that has Daybound. It can become a 3/3, but whenever it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment. See, that's pretty solid. Oh, clear shot. I've not even seen that card before. Just makes one of your creatures essentially deal their damage to your opponents. It's not a fight, which is good. Yeah, we definitely take clear shot. Yeah, I'm not really interested in an Anthem. We'll just take the 2-drop here. It's worth noting that this 2-drop is really good for enabling Coven, because you can make it a 1/1 or a 2/2. You can pump something else up to try and get that into a different power bracket. It's really flexible in that regard. It's not fantastic, but it does the job, you know. We don't really want a 1-mana 1/1 that pumps. And Plummet's probably a little bit too situational. We'll go with the 3/2. We can leave up a removal spell or a creature depending on what our opponent does, which is fine. We'll just stick that on the board. This one's like, look at the top 3 cards. You may reveal a creature and put it into your hand, put the rest into your graveyard. It does have flashback, but it's just really slow. And apparently blue is not very in demand in this draft. We'll take the wolf, I guess. As I say, we don't really want it, but it's not the end of the world. I guess if you really want 1-drops, it is playable, I guess. Other spirits you control get +1/+1. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less. That's pretty sweet. Not what we're looking to do, being in blue. Oh, this card is sweet. So whenever one of your creatures dies, it becomes a 3/2 with whenever it attacks, reanimate a 2-drop or less, and it attacks like when this attacks, which is really good if you've got some good 2-drops to reanimate, which we have none of yet. But I think I'm just happy taking the clear shot. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Yeah, just a removal spell seems really good. Other than that, I think the next creature probably would be the Bereaved Survivor, but we haven't got many 2-drops to bring back or anything good, and like I'm happy just to take removal over reanimating something that's probably pretty shit. Like, what we're gonna do, bring back a Timberland Guide, just doesn't seem worth it. I guess you could then hope that they kill it off, like put the counter on something else, and then keep bringing it back to keep getting the counters, but your opponent's just gonna stop blocking it, I guess, or something. Oh, this card is interesting. So it puts 2/1/1 counters on a creature against Vigilance, Lifelink, Trample, Indestructible, and Haste, and it has flashback. I quite like this card. I kind of want to take it just so I can play Constructed or give it a go, but we will try and draft a proper deck instead. I quite like this card as well. Just being able to come back as a flyer is really nice. It just comes up the board early game. And I quite like Might of the Old Ways as well. So it just draws it's just a pump spell, but if you have Coven, then it recycles itself or replaces itself, which is really nice. Kind of want to just take the rares to have added to the collection, but I think we'll just take the 3-drop. I think we have too many 3-drops actually. If we get those out of the way. Oh, we've only got 3. I don't even know what we got. Okay, we got the rare. It doesn't really make too much of a difference, I don't think. Haven't seen this card. Enchanted creature gets whenever another creature dies, put 1/1 counter on it. Okay, it's nothing special. A duel for dominance here looks like a pretty easy pick. Yeah, we can take the morning patrol, but I think just getting the removal that pumps your guys is good enough. A 3-1 flash is mediocre. Yeah, quite happy to take the removal. Oh, can we splash blue? More importantly, is it worth it? I don't know what this card is. Whenever a land is put into your graveyard from anywhere, put 1/1 counter on it. Remove 3 1/1 counters, return it to its owner's hand. And when it leaves the battlefield, return 3 lands from your graveyard to your hand. That is not a limited card by the sound of things. It is a 3-mana 3/3, but it sounds like you need fetch lands and stuff for that. It becomes night. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains trample. Whenever this creature does combat damage to a player, draw a card. It's an interesting card. We'll just take the 2-drop here. It's got Coven, gets flying, which is pretty handy. Casual Delver of Secrets. We'll just take the 2-drop again. This one is Coven, can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. What is this? Deals 3 damage to target creature. If it was a werewolf, destroy it. Evolving Wilds. Wow. 3 mana for a 3/5 with reach is really good, but unfortunately the other side of it is pretty weak. I'm quite happy to just take a 5 mana 3/4 that exiles something. If you exile anything with like Flashback or whatever the new creature version of Flashback is called, I can't remember what it's called. Do I not have anything yet? No. What are we taking here? Didn't mean to take that, but I was only going to click on it, but okay, we're having that. It was probably the thing that I would have taken from the pack anyway. I kind of want to just take the 1-drop here, because it just turns into a flyer that just is annoying to get rid of. It enables Coven. Yes, we are. And what did we get? Nothing. Shit. Okay, I need to be quicker with this. Whenever you're recording, it's a lot harder to draft quickly and explain what you're trying to think. Yeah, I should have taken the 1-drop there because it works quite well with the Rite of Harmony as well late game. Do we want Howl of the Hunt? Well, I don't really want the Rejuvenator anyway, so we'll take the Howl. Let's stick it in the sideboard for now. Pump Spell, a pretty bad artifact. We'll take the bad artifact from, sorry, the Pump Spell for now. We'll take another Howl of the Hunt. What is the deck looking like at the moment? Sure. Ooh, Champion of the Perished is sweet. Okay, I was just trying to get a switch. You can see what the curve is looking like. Sacred Fire is good, but obviously we're not in red at the moment. Champion of the Perished is a good card if you're in zombies. I think we're just going to take the Survivor here. Yeah. I really like Burn the Accursed. I guess our white isn't that amazing. No, the white's pretty good in this deck. The other option is just, you know, try and move into red, but I think it's fine to stay on green-white. This card I'm not too sure about. So at the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. Then if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, transform into a 3/3. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile a card from a graveyard. If a creature is exiled this way, put a 1/1 counter on it. Seems fine, but it's a lot of setup for a 1-drop that's not hugely impactful. kind of want to take this. Yeah, we're going to take that. I don't really want to go into black, but it was just by far the best card in the pack. Oh, here we go. So there's another Rite of Harmony. But there's also the Captain. I really want to take the Captain. But you know what? We're going to take the Rite, and I'm going to just take every like 1-drop that I can get my hands on now, pretty much. Oh, that could be interesting with it. At the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 human. For 3 mana, that creature's got to stick around for 3 turns to make that worth it. That's quite a lot to expect. I guess it does work with both of our Rite of Harmonies. Nah, I'm not too keen on that card. What does this one do? When into the battlefield, create a 1/1 human token. Target creature you control gets +3/+3 trample into end of turn. Only activate if you've got Coven. That's a lot of mana to pay to get something +3/+3, but it's repeatable. Oh, that doesn't matter because this Warden's card is absolutely fantastic. At the beginning of combat, if you have Coven, then all your creatures get +1/+0. Don't get me wrong, the Clarion Cathars would be really good as well, because that's an extra card from the Rite of Harmony, but this 3-drop is just so good. And here we'll take the Captain. We could take the Sentry, but this is just such a I think this card is absolutely fantastic. It just allows you to like build up creatures on the board and just not run out of gas as easy. And the Sentry might wheel, but I think the Captain's pretty good. We'll take the 1-drop here, I guess. Yeah, we don't want to be playing anything else there. We could just take another 5/5. Yeah. Well, we don't really need any of these. I guess I'll take the ramp. And we'll take another, our first sprout. Thought we'd have more of them. 2-drop is fine. And I guess we'll take that. Not particularly interested in playing it though. Oh sweet, so that did actually come back. I think we don't mind playing it if we've got 2 Rite of Harmony in the deck. I think the deck is okay. It doesn't seem great, but it seems fine. How many creatures we got? 17 lands, 18 creatures. Yeah, this seems fine. We need to make a cut. I don't know how good Gavany Trapper is. I mean, it taps stuff down. It's just annoying that you have to keep paying mana for it. All the 2-drops are fine. So we've got 4 removal spells and 2. I think we do want to play these just more so for testing it out than anything else. Like if you just go Rite of Harmony into this, you draw 2 cards, so you've replaced both, and you still have this in the graveyard to do again another, like late game you draw a 2-drop that you don't particularly want to do anything with, but you have 6 mana, so now you can essentially just recycle your 2-drops, or your 2-drop for that turn. It seems fine. We have to cut something. We'll cut that. I guess you can say that it would get extra value if you can mill one of these over, but I don't think that's really what we're looking to do. We'll give this a go and see how it works out. So this hand looks fine. We'll keep this. We've got a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3, or multiple 3-drops. Coven should be really easy with this hand, just because we've got so many different creatures. Wow, that's a really slow card. 1 mana to investigate, and then flashback you investigate twice, so you get 3 cards out of it, but it costs a lot of mana. My fan is making some really weird noises, so apologies if you can hear that in the background. My OBS doesn't say that it's picking up the sound, so it should be fine. And I don't think we want to bother putting the counter on the Trapper. You could do to make it a 1-3, but like I think I'd rather a 2-2 than a 1-3 and a 1-1. Especially when you want to be using this to activate it probably more than anything. Oh, they're playing the rare. So other spirits you control get +1/+1, and spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less to cast. So the flashback on this, for example, is now 3. Let's just go ahead and play this, and we can get him for 3. Surely there's no way they trade this. It's a 2-drop for a 3-drop, and their 3-drop has flying. Like, that seems like a horrendous trade for them. Okay. More than happy for them to do that. Obviously their deck's going to be grindier than ours, if they're playing cards like Secrets of the Key. But that's such a mana intensive card, and then to spend more mana than us just seems aggressive. So I'm kind of thinking just bounce this. Or we can play this and just add more to the board first. Yeah, they can't do anything with that yet. So we're going to go ahead, play this. That'll add 2 bodies to the floor, which is good for Coven and pumping them. Kind of just going wide a bit, and then we'll bounce this later on to keep it around if they want to sacrifice it. But they can't activate that until they've got Coven. So sacrifice it, exile, enchant a creature. Activate this only if you control 3 creatures with different powers. So it costs 3 mana, and they need 3 different powers on board, so it's very, very hard to get quickly for them. And they're going really grindy with their deck. Ominous Roost is whenever you essentially cast something with flashback, or the creature equivalent of flashback, then you make a 1/1. And they can only block flyers. Kind of want to just... that seems like a waste to use this on anything. We'll just go ahead, swing with everything, and then we will flash in the Griff or the Wolf, depending on what they do. Or if something goes really sour, I guess we could also duel, but I find that the least likely of the 3. They'll get in for 1, which is fine. I guess we could Griff to block the 1 damage, but I see no reason to do that just yet. I'm not worried about the 1 damage. I guess you could say that it's worth getting rid of the flyer, but I don't know, maybe we want to play the Wolf first. Which I can definitely see because it's got more power. I guess we could have flashed that in as well and blocked it. They're going to play the 3/2. Yeah, we'll just flash in the Wolf. I kind of want to keep this around for now. It's fine just being an anthem. So we're going to go play the guide, put the 1/1 counter on this, and then we're going to use the dominance to make it fight this, which will give it a counter. And then we can get in for a shed load of damage with everything. Yeah. Sweet. Things are looking pretty good. Really enjoying this set though. It just seems really fun to play. It's like creatures seem to be really impactful, which is nice. But this is probably one of my favorite cards in the set, I think. A 3-mana 3/3 which pumps through your guys, just completely up my street. Oh, this guy's pretty big. So it's a 5-mana 7/6, but you have to sack an additional creature when you cast it, or pay an extra 2, so it's actually a 7-mana 7/6, but it does have menace. And I'm pretty sure our opponent is just dead on board, right? They're going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Attack of everything and see if our opponent's got a removal spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay, sweet. On to the next one. So this hand is a little bit awkward because the removal spell isn't going to do anything with our O2, and we've got 5-drop in hand, but we've got lands. So we'll keep it, and we'll just see what we draw, really. Oh, we get to draw the Rite of Harmony, which is cool. I think because of that, we don't want to play the Gavany Trapper yet. The Gavany Trapper doesn't do anything early game unless they have a 1-powered creature anyway. Like that, I guess. When it dies, mill 3 cards. Okay, well, I'm fine with taking a damage here just to next turn do Gavany into, sorry, right into Gavany, just to cycle through the Gavany for a turn. And we draw another one. Yeah, let's go right into this. As long as I don't counter that, yeah. Sweet, so we draw a card and we pass. And now we've just, you know, as long as we draw some cheap creatures, we should be able to cycle these fairly easily. In late game, they should net us a card each. Yeah. Let's go Plains. We could attack for 0 to just try and trigger this. And that doesn't seem terrible, but it doesn't really achieve much. I'm just going to turn my fan off because it sounds like it's making weird noises. Or it is making weird noises, should I say. It doesn't sound like it is. But I don't know if you guys can hear it, and I'd rather it doesn't make a weird noise in the background. Here in the UK, it's really warm at the moment. We're not going to bother attacking. What on earth is that? So it's 4 mana, counter target spell. If it was counted this way, exile instead of putting it into the graveyard. You may shuffle up to 4 target cards from your graveyard into your library. Okay. I don't know why they're attacking here. Do they have a pump spell? Probably not in blue. And they've got a 3/2 flyer. So we do have the option of next turn when they attack with this, we just flash this in, block there, bounce this, and then we can bounce, play it next turn with the Harmony. I don't really want to be doing that. I kind of want to find a land this turn. So I'm just going to slam one of these and pay full price for it. And just pass. The more creatures we can get on board, the cheaper we can make the next one anyway. In fact, if we swing with both next turn... Oh my god, they've got another one. Okay, there's another land. So we've got 5 mana now. We could just play the Griff, just to trump their guys. Yeah, that seems like a fine option. Alternatively, if we can use the smaller Griff to block one, they'll trade, and then we can use this Griff to exile it from the graveyard. If they don't disturb it straight away. Oh wait, they've... yeah, they just come back as 3/2s. Oh, sorry, it's 2/2s. Or do we just want to resolve this whilst we can? We'll attack with the 2/2 first, see what happens. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just pass the turn. And then when they swing with both, we will block and then bounce, I think, the captain. We'll Rite first, just whilst we've got the mana spare, because we've quite often not got the mana spare. Get some sweet value from that, and then yeah, we'll just have to do the trade at this point. And they've chosen not to reanimate this. So it's a 5 mana 3/6. When it's a battlefield, target player mills 3 cards. Wait, why would you choose? So when a card says mill 3 cards and you're not trying to mill your opponent out, just mill yourself. Because like that achieves nothing. All that does is risk giving us more cards with flashback and them losing out on potential to mill cards which have either disturb or flashback. Like, there is no reason to use that on your opponent unless you're genuinely trying to mill them. If not, you're giving your opponent an advantage by giving them potential card advantage. So that was a really bad play by our opponent. Like, really bad. I think we're just going to take this opportunity to exile the creature in their graveyard. And pass the turn. So what we really want to do is get enough creatures on board to enable these, and then pump this up and kill this 3/6. Because not being able to be blocked is really, really strong. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That will solve the issue of killing the big guy. We just go ahead, play the cavalry, and pass the turn. Obviously, we can just keep tapping this down, worst case scenario, with the trapper, but I'd rather actually answer the threat and not just temporarily deal with it, because you're just paying 2 mana every single turn, and we've obviously got plenty of stuff to do with mana. Sure, so it's unblockable this turn. They're going to chunk us in for another 3. Which is fine. We can still take another 2 hit. Well, we've got enough to take an actual 1 hit, should I say. What's this? When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. And it's a 2/2. Sure. So, step 1, duel for dominance on the 3/6. And guess we now attack with it, and then if they do some complicated blocks, we just clear shot something. They're just going to take it, which is fine. So we can play one of these now. And then keep up the duel for dominance. Oh, they flipped their Delver, which is pretty sweet. Oh my god, the artwork for that insect elaboration is fucking hideous. Jesus Christ, that looks messed up. Gives me Ant-Man vibes, I don't know why. I don't think we can afford to take that too, unfortunately. Target creature gets -2/-0, create a 2/2. Draw a card. Sure, that's fine. Whilst that's happening, we might as well out of the two, which one do we answer? This one's obviously got more power, but it can come back, which kind of makes me want to kill this one. Yeah. Just because this one has disturbed. Disturb or disturbed? Yeah, disturb. Okay, so we'll play the planes. We've got an answer to one of these with clear shot, one of them to block, and then the other one with trapper. So we should still be fine. So it's going to take 2 mana there and 3 there. So we've got 5 mana to use. So we've got 3 mana spare. If that's the case, we'll swing in for 7. And then play the captain. Yeah. And to be fair, if they don't block this, yeah, the next time we hit with this thing, it kills them, assuming it doesn't get blocked next time. We'll tap down one of the ones that comes back, because that's the last thing we want to kill, is something that they're going to get back anyway. They're just not attacking? Oh, they are attacking, okay. Well, if they don't play anything else, this is potentially going to kill them. Because this will be 7 with trample. Then they block 1, which would mean it'd be 6. So another creature to attack with would be really beneficial. So I'm going to risk it and go down to 1. Obviously that does mean that potentially a bird could kill us. But I think it's worth it. So this way we should go down to like what, 1? Yeah. But now we've got a 7/7 that's going to attack them and the bird and the captain. What does that do? That's a little bit annoying. 3, 4, 5. Not quite lethal. We'll play the land. So we only need to have access to 2 mana at the end of this. So we've got 7 mana to use. So we can flash this back and play that. Or we can just play a 5/5. Probably just better off playing a 5/5. And then we might as well attack for 2, right? This hasn't got vigilance, no. Yeah, we'll attack for 2. And pass the turn. Oh shit, we might as well just played that as well. Oh, that was a big fuck up. Yeah, that was a big mistake not playing that. I was thinking in my head that we want to save it for these, but that might just not be worth it. Well, we'll tap down this because, again, I don't really want to kill it, because if we kill it, they just bring it back, and yeah. So now they've got 4 flyers, we need to do something. Is there any way to kill them this turn guaranteed? Not really. Wait. If we tap this down, they have to block with that though. So we use this use this to tap that down. Swing with this, this, and this. They have to use that to block one of these. So they block that, say there. That can go there. They're going to take 5. Yeah, I think that's lethal. We'll find out if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly sure that's lethal. Because these can't block the ground creature, so if they use that, yeah, sweet. Got there in the end. So due to the length of how long the draft videos are, because you know the draft takes like what, 15-20 minutes, and then the games aren't really quick. So I think I'm going to break this up into 2 videos. I'll put up the first half now. I don't know how many. I think we've played 2 rounds. Let's discard the changes. We'll have a look quickly. It was the premier draft. Yeah, we've done the first 2 rounds. So we've obviously got a couple more that we can do maybe tomorrow. I'm trying to do a video a day, but I also don't want to upload videos which are like an hour long, because I don't think many people want to watch a full hour video. So maybe if people like to see the rest of this draft, I can always upload it. I'll record it regardless, but that is the deck so far. I think that puts me up to 16-1 for the new set, so definitely enjoying it. I absolutely love playing Search Party Captain. This card is absolutely sweet. And the Rite of Harmony does not look good at all. Do not like this card in the deck, but other than that, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do want to see the rest of this draft, I potentially will upload it maybe the following day or whatever. If you want to see any aggressive style decks in Modern, Historic, Standard, Legacy, I'm thinking of playing Turbo Depths again. I played that, I used to play it in real life, and I kind of miss playing it, so I might make a video with that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm just going to keep jabbering on if I don't stop the video now, so peace.